The change we've all been waiting for is here. You can finally use gross income for your calculation on your PPP loan. This will literally mean thousands and thousands of dollars more in forgivable loans for each person who applies. Or it could mean the difference between receiving this and not. So this is extremely exciting for anyone who's self-employed, a gig worker, Uber driver, contractor, any kind of 1099 worker, especially for those who were denied under previous guidance. They weren't able to get the PPP loan. You now can apply and you will receive thousands more than you would have before. So let's talk about some key information with these new gross income calculations. We're going to do some frequently asked questions. I really dug deep on this. We're going to talk about the new approach you should take to receive the higher loan amount and how exactly to apply. I'm going to walk through step by step how to apply with a new 5-minute application. So the first question that I receive all the time is who can apply using gross income instead of net income? Now to explain that, I'm going to go over to the White House's fact sheet here so we can see the goal of this change was to help sole proprietors, independent contractors, and self-employed individuals receive more financial support. These types of businesses, which include home repair contractors, beauticians, and small independent retailers, make up a significant majority of all businesses. Skipping ahead a little bit, many are structurally excluded from the PPP or were approved for as little as $1 because of how the PPP loans are calculated. To address this problem, the Biden-Harris administration will revise the loan calculation formula for these applicants so that it offers more relief. So there's your answer. Any one of these entity types who doesn't have employees can apply using gross income. Now, if you're not one of these entity types, you still can apply and you should. You'll just have to use your payroll figures. Now, popping back over to me to the next question, what if my net income is negative? Can I still apply? The answer is yes. If your net income is negative, you would have been denied in the past, but now using the gross income calculations, you can absolutely apply. I have a lender linked in the description that allows you to use gross income. Apply, apply, apply. Next question. Can I apply using gross income right now? The answer is yes. Again, also, make sure if you find any value in this video or if you know anyone who's an independent contractor or sole proprietor, Uber driver, any kind of 1099 worker, share this video with them because you could basically be giving that person thousands of dollars by just sharing the link to this video. If they apply, they will receive this. It will be forgiven, thousands of dollars in their bank account. So be a good friend, share this video with any of your small business owner friends or contractor friends. Next question. I already received a PPP using net income. Can I increase my loan amount to reflect the new gross income calculations? Now, this one is a little bit frustrating as of right now. We have some guidance from a Politico reporter, Zach Warmbot, who is in connection with the SBA, and he has said the SBA reiterates that new PPP benefits for sole proprietors will not allow them to increase the size of loans already approved. Quote, we are not able to retroactively change the loan amount on any PPP loan that has already been approved by a lender and received by the federal guarantee. So of course, this is very frustrating for anyone who applied because it's kind of like if you procrastinated a little bit, you're actually going to make a little bit more money. Now, I've had a source tell me that the reason that we're not able to go back and increase our loan amounts right now is due to the lack of available time in the program because it expires March 31st. And I was told if the deadline is extended, we will likely see that change where you're going to be able to bump up previous loans that you received. As we can see here, no explanation from the SBA yet regarding why farmers and ranchers had the option to modify their loans, but sole props won't. This is already a thing for farmers and ranchers, so I don't see why it couldn't potentially be a thing in the future. Now let's talk a little bit more about the implications here. Starting with the next question, I've already been approved for my PPP using net income, but haven't signed the loan documents yet. Can I withdraw my application and do it again using gross income? So the answer here is yes, but you need to be extremely careful. Here's what my sources are saying. Because of the processing times at the SBA, you can't get around these processing times. There's a risk of completely reapplying because that may mean you potentially receive nothing. Now, the odds are looking pretty good that things will be extended, but we simply don't know for sure. So here's what I would do. This is, of course, not financial advice, but it's the best solution I can come up with for a kind of tricky situation. If you've already been funded on your first PPP loan, and your second one is approved but not signed and not funded yet, I would restart the application. You can use that link in the description if you want. You can restart the application, and I think you'll have enough time because if you apply today, you'll have enough time to at least get that one loan funded, approved, and in your bank account again before the end of March, the current deadline. If you've already been approved for your first PPP loan, like you just applied for your first PPP loan, you've been approved, or maybe it's still processing, you haven't signed yet, I would let that one process. I would sign that even if it's at the lower amount and apply for the second loan as soon as possible using gross income. I do this because I would personally rather receive something than nothing. Of course, you're free to make any choice here. If you want to take a gamble, go ahead. The fastest application process I have seen is the one I have linked above, and it still takes about 2 to 3 weeks to be funded. So just take that all into consideration with whatever decision you decide to make. Now, another question related to if you decide to resubmit your application. This question is, I need to start a new application, but my old application is tied to my email address and I don't have a different email address to use for my new application. What should I do? Here's a little workaround here if you want to use the exact same email address, which it's easier if you just use the same one. If you don't have another email address, you can get through this by adding a plus sign before the @ sign in your email. So here's an example, just because it's kind of confusing to explain it. You can see the original email, sample@gmail. If you reapply with sampleplus@gmail.com, you'll be able to get through with that Womply application if you want to redo yours. Just really consider it before you reapply. Now we're just going to do a few more frequently asked questions, and then I'm going to go to the application walkthrough. The first question here, does the application cost anything? The answer here is no. You should not pay anything ever to apply for the PPP loan. If you have to pay, don't use that lender. You can use any SBA approved lender. You can use that one that I've been affiliated with. I've had a really good experience with them, but you can use any lender, just don't pay anything. The next question is, do you need good credit to apply? The answer here is absolutely no. Credit is not a deciding factor here. Credit isn't even checked in this. If you do get your credit checked, you're probably applying for the wrong thing. Credit does not matter here. Next question, I've been rejected on my PPP application before. Can I reapply? Yes, you can reapply. Now, depending on the reason why you're rejected, you might get rejected again, but it's free to apply, so you might as well reapply because it's now easier than ever to apply. So, it takes 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to potentially make $5,000. I know I do. Okay, now let's go over to the 5-minute PPP application. Now, something I need to say about this application is it's extremely automated. So there is a narrow group of people who can use this fast track application. If for whatever reason you don't hit one of the criteria, you can still apply using the regular application. This walkthrough just isn't for that. So I'm going to explain who it's for and get you thousands of dollars in your bank account. Okay, so popping over here, it's the PPP Fast Lane, and full disclosure, I'm an affiliate of them, but honestly, this is the easiest application I've seen anywhere. If you can find an easier application, send it to me and I will absolutely do a video on that as well. So moving forward here, we can see for businesses prioritized by Congress. So here are some general criteria in order to apply using this Fast Lane product. You have to have never received a PPP or eidl loan in the past. So if you already received PPP1, you won't be able to use the fast track. You can still use this lender linked in the description. You're just gonna have to do the regular application. It's not a huge deal. It's just not quite as streamlined, unfortunately. This is also for people who don't have any employees. So again, if you have employees, you're gonna have to use the regular application. I'll show you where you click that in a second. And also this is for loans between $1,000 and $20,833, which is the maximum amount for a single person business. So you have to hit all those criteria in order to use this Fast Lane program. Moving forward from here, maximum PPP stimulus in 5 minutes, and forgiveness. I forgot to mention that this also calculates all forgiveness for you. So this applies for the first and second loan for you and gives you automatic forgiveness. Now it's a simple 5-minute process, automated first and second draw loan applications and automated forgiveness. Okay, now once you click the link in the description, this is the first screen you'll see, and this will direct you to the correct application. If you have a business that does not have multiple employees, you work for yourself, Uber drivers, DoorDash, independent contractors, you click that and you'll use the Fast Lane. If you have multiple employees, then you're going to use the regular application. You put in your basic personal information, average monthly income, which is a huge range. So don't worry if you don't know exactly. Start my application. Now here's some more certification to make sure that the Fast Lane is for you. You have to be able to check all these boxes. If you can't check any one of these boxes, you have to apply without Fast Lane. Again, it's not the end of the world if you have to do that, but it's just not quite as fast. So you have to make sure you've never received a PPP or eidl loan. The eidl advance is fine. If you receive that $1,000 to $10,000 advance, you can still use Fast Lane. You have to have a US mobile phone number. You have to know your social security number. You have to have a US bank account that has online banking access. And you have to have access to a PDF of your 2019 IRS tax filing including either your 1040 Schedule C or 1040 Schedule F. This one is very important. You can't use 2020 figures on this program either. If you have to use your 2020 tax return, you have to apply without Fastlane. Now moving forward from here, we're going to check all these boxes. Apply with Fastlane. All right, then they email you a link just to verify everything. You're gonna open up your email, click that link, and it will bring you to the rest of the application process. This is just a little bit on the PPP program. You can feel free to read that. It talks about forgiveness, what exactly you can expect with this loan program. So you're just gonna go ahead and click that link in your email to verify everything. Click next. Oh, and also I wanted to point out, you can see this little chat button on every step of the process. You can click that chat if you have any additional questions, and you can ask customer support for some help, and they will help you. It's very important. The customer service is honestly really good. So you enter in your phone number here. You're going to verify that with the verification code. They'll just text you the code. All right, your number is verified. Now this is just basic information as to what to expect. Your address, social security number, date of birth, your DBA for your business, date the business was established, basic information, key facts for your loan. You have to make sure you can answer no to every single one of these questions. For almost everyone, no is going to be an answer to all of these. You'll know if you're not able to. You just confirm that. Now you have to certify that U.S. is the principal place of residence for all employees, which in this case for the Fastlane is just going to be you. For the regular application, you could have multiple employees. You can only receive the PPP for employees who live in the U.S. as their primary place of residence. Demographics. Now you don't have to enter in demographic information if you don't want to. You can skip it. If you want to provide it, you can. You can just hit not disclosed if you want to. Now you connect your bank. We need your banking information to deposit your PPP directly into your account. So you don't need to have an account anywhere else. They'll deposit right into your account to verify your account and confirm that you qualify. Now, uses this company Plaid? I've seen a few people who are like, I don't know if I want to do this because you have to log into your bank. All I would say is just Google PLAID. Check out their legitimacy. Do the diligence yourself. I know I've used Plaid on multiple different websites across the internet, but if you're a little sketched out by it, Google it, check it out. Make sure that it's all good for you. If you don't want to use this service, again, you can still do the regular application. You just have to go back and do the regular application. So you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You just log into your bank. It's totally encrypted. Just has to process, success, hit continue. You just choose the account that you want the funds deposited into. Now you need to upload your tax documents. And again, this needs to be a PDF of your 2019 tax documents. And it needs to have all pages of your 1040, including your Schedule C or your Schedule F if you're a farmer. And it's for the year 2019 PDF format. Now you can do this on your phone or you can do it on a computer. I've heard in the past some people have had a little bit of a hiccup uploading documents. If you do have an issue uploading documents, it seems to be more of an issue on Android devices. First, try a different device. And if that doesn't work, try a different browser and it should go through. If none of that works, just hit up chat here, the live support, and they'll help walk you through it. Also a glitch that I've heard a couple of times, not so much recently because now this program is getting all the kinks worked out. If the app freezes, try a different device, a different browser. That works for almost everyone. Again, you can report any problems here with the live support. I'm trying to address every single potential question that may come up here. But if you have additional questions, ask them. I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. So identifying the right tax documents. There are multiple types of 1040 tax documents. Look at the top left corner page for Form 1040. And you want to see your Schedule C or Schedule F. Double check these items. Include all pages, 2019 only. Just some more verification that you're uploading the correct items and the right format. Files uploaded successfully. Hit next. If you uploaded a Schedule C, hit yes. For most people, it's going to be that Schedule C. Now you enter in the amount that was on your line 7, which was gross income. Gross income, not net income. If you did use a Schedule F, then you can hit yes. And this is just for Schedule F for farmers. If you're not a farmer, ignore that section. What best describes you? This is to search your NAICS code, so just whatever your type of business is. If you're an Uber driver, you can just type in Uber. If you're a hairstylist, you can type in hairstylist. And it'll help you automatically get your NAICS code. Completely automated. Now you want to select, this is where it allows you to apply for either the first loan or both PPP loans. You might as well apply for both, in my opinion. So this person had $50,000 in gross income on this example, so they're going to be able to get $5,000 in total PPP, to completely forgivable stimulus by just paying themselves $5,000. It's honestly mind-blowing. You just certify that. Now you just have to read through the terms, make sure you understand everything that's going on. Hit next. And they're going to send you some documentation. Of course, legal disclaimers. Feel free to read through that. Not too long for a legal disclaimer, gotta say. All right, now this is important. We're going to review your application in the next 24 hours. If the info you provided looks good, we'll email you to review, initial, and sign your official PPP application. So you submit all that, wait 24 hours. They will send you an email to sign your first and second PPP application. Then it'll be sent to your lender. Now, there's still processing time at the SBA. At the SBA, it's still taking like 2 weeks processing time. There's nothing any lender can do about this. There's still processing time. This just makes the front end much easier. And again, you can still use that regular application through them if you don't apply for this. And then after you're approved, you're going to be sent an email that allows you to just electronically sign your application. It's as easy as can be. Fills in all of the information that you need. Detailed DocuSign tracking. You just do it for your first and second draw. I mean, honestly, it's so easy. And then you'll do the same thing for forgiveness. You'll just DocuSign both the first and second loan forgiveness form once it comes to the forgiveness end. There's plenty of time for forgiveness. You have 10 months after you receive funding to apply for forgiveness. And it's that easy. This is a super exciting program. I'm really excited that we finally have the gross income calculations here, because this is going to mean so many more people can receive funding here. So I could not wait to hear more success stories from this. Once you receive funding, leave a comment, shoot me a message saying I received my funding, and it will absolutely make my day. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.